What's going on, guys? It's Jed. Welcome to a Bitcoin update. So we actually seen some nice price action on Bitcoin. Um, let's get straight into it. I mentioned how this was an accumulation zone. These are all drawings from the last update. As you can see, this area did end up finding accumulation and breaking out. Um, so let me just delete some of these drawings that had initially made. Um, so it looks like it did end up finding accumulation on this level. And like I always say, when it comes to apexes, look out for ladders on the smaller time frame. On this case, you can even see the second point of ladder on the 4 hour, but right, very basic, guys. You mark from the swing low to the next swing low. You wouldn't mark it here, right? It looks nice and presentable when it's like that, but by theory, it's from the red candle to the next red candle, okay? Um, and as you can see, it lands perfectly. It falls perfectly on on this uptrend. So again, apexes pretty much just look out for ladders. The closer you get to the apex, you can delete some of these levels, guys. Honestly, this pump right here. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably would have targeted around this first swing high here, and then probably a sell here. But most definitely, it hit some sort of lower time frame levels. You can see here, this is the swing low, right, of the low. So honestly, you could have just marked the wick, but there's definitely a range in here. So we went over like the combination range. So when it comes to leveraging, guys, 1-2%, like, you have to be accurate when you're leveraged, because people that are leveraging times 50 times 100, there's really no room for error. So this is pretty much what I was talking about last mastermind. We'll actually dive into it right now. But first, just let me just make this red so I know, or let me just make it blue so I know. Let's make it really thick so I know to change it. But yeah, we can delete this level. Let's clean up the chart. We can delete this. We can delete that level and this. And again, we can keep this, and this uptrend is still valid. In regards to the downtrend, we're going to extend it from here. Let's put the magnet tool on from here to here. Okay, very basic stuff, guys. We're going to move and make the swing low here. We have the uptrend there, and then we still have this daily down here, so keep watch on that, guys. But overall, this is very good for Bitcoin that is able to find support on this tested origin level. Um, if it can really break out of this daily, that's what's really important. But that apex doesn't seem like it's happening until, again, mid-October. So, I mean, beginning of October. So, yeah, this is pretty much the current range we're dealing with now. Let's go to the 1 hour and see if we're missing anything. No, not really much. I mean, you do have the swing low of the high here. A right swing low of the high. This is the high of the swing high. So, I like to mark the bodies of the candles, guys. So that's tested. So it's rejecting that level. It's rejecting the swing low of the high. So if this hard closes beneath it, this is the range that you're working with. Sorry, not that. It's this. But we'll see. We'll see how it's looking like. There's still 26 minutes left on this. It does look like it's going to hard close below it. But again, that's no surprise, because this is initially the second test of this swing of this resistance. But back to that combination level, guys. We're gonna dissect this. So we're on the 1 hour. Obviously, the 1 hour still shows a very large wick. So let's just delete this. Honestly, let's just skip to the 15-minute and see if we see anything on that wick. So we got that. Okay. Let's go to the low as a 3 minute. The whole point of this, guys, is you don't want to just mark the low, right? You can mark the very bottom of the wick. But again, when you're leveraging, you really have to be accurate and find that range, because sometimes trust me, sometimes it can hit just 1% below here, or up here. It really just matters on how precise you are when it comes to leveraging, and that's super super important. So even at 3 minutes, so it seems like there's very volatile action here. So Let's see. So we have the swing low here, right? We're even on the 3 minute too. So let's mark these. Let's mark these like black, so it really stands out. Okay, so even at this point, guys, there's still a pretty fairly a large wick on this. If it's still, if it's still, if it's still, um, if there's no specific breakout on the 1 minute, even on the 1 minute, because guys, technically in the 1 minute, for personally me, I used to trade on the 1 minute, 1 to 3 minute. Um, okay, yeah. So not so same thing as the 3 minute. Again, I like the buys of the candles, guys. Um, but we'll leave this wick here. I mean, these fall exactly on the 1 minute as well, 3 to 1 minute. So if we're technically speaking, this is still the range, um, a sell range on if you're leveraging. And if we check this distance out, it's literally not even, it's like less than 1/4%. So you can guys see how important it is, especially when you're leveraging, how important it is that you need to do to break out these ranges. And again, honestly, we could have went back and just marked the wick, but this is like this is a bad example. But again, this is how you would break it down, by the range. So if we go to the 4 hour, um, you can see that we have certain ranges here. We have the very bottom, and then you can see something right here, which it looks like it's kind of off. Let me go back. Really curious what I'm off of. Um, if that's the case, sometimes the levels just doesn't hit. Let me see, because this is the smallest time frame that we have. Yeah, I mean, technically, we can't dive deeper anymore. I mean, 30 seconds. um, I'll stick to this, guys. But again, this is by theory. This is the range, um, on the 1 minute time frame. Hopefully, we'll go over some better examples. But pretty much that's just how I break out my ranges. So yeah, expect more of these when we see large wicks. Something like this wick, right? Expect more of those in the future. So let's just delete these for now. I don't want to confuse anyone. Let's go to the 1 hour. And yeah, I mean, if you even want to do a much more localized downtrend, guys, you just go to the smaller time frame and voila. This is 1 hour, so I can make it orange. So now what this provides is a new apex, right? You got new apex here, and then another apex here against this 4 hour uptrend. So not really a day trader right now. I'm really just swing trading. Doing 1 or 2 trades every 1 2 weeks. But yeah, this is good for Bitcoin, guys. So let's continue, fingers crossed on that it maintains this uptrend. And hopefully, again, what's really important, what I'm really looking out for in the midterm is these are the daily downtrends I'm really looking at, right? That are still in existence that, again, still need time. So, yeah, try not to pay attention too much on the smaller time frames unless you're, day trading. But yeah, guys, that's the Bitcoin update. A little bit longer than usual. But let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.